Hello everyone, welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. My name is Sakshi and we are going to discuss daily current affairs as on 26 September 2020. Before beginning, as always, introduced with SSB Crack Exams. If you are a defense aspirant and preparing for defense examination like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, you can always visit our website for courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. SSB Crack is best for you. For defense updates and notification, you can follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start our day with the question of the day. So question was, what are the key features of Major Port Authorities Bill 2020? So Major Port Authority Bill 2020, it was recently passed in Lok Sabha. Very recently it is passed in Lok Sabha, and the aim of the bill is to regulate, operate and plan major ports in India. What all are the major ports that are in India? It is going to regulate, operate and plan those major ports. So under this, the main and important key feature of this bill is to give the autonomy to these ports. Okay, so it will be providing greater autonomy to these ports and it will be replacing the Major Port Trust Act 1963. It is going to replace this act. The legislation, it provides for creation of a board of major port authority for each port. So this is the first major important point, and the second important point about this bill is the creation of board of major port authority. So when this board will be established, it is going to replace the existing port trust, and the bill will help the ports to develop world-class infrastructure. Also, it will also enhance the transparency in their functioning. So this is about the Major Port Authorities Bill. I hope you got it now. So the next important news we have is about the Gyanpith Award. Okay, it is Gyanpith Awards. So recently this award was conferred to Malayalam poet named as Akitham Achuthan Namboothiri, and he was conferred this Gyanpith Award. It was given to him for his outstanding contribution to the enrichment of literature. So what is Gyanpith Award and why it is given and to whom it is given? So let's understand this. Gyanpith, it is a highest literary award of the country. So English along with other Indian languages is conferred for this award, and the award is open for only Indian citizens and it is given every year. It is given annually. It was instituted in the year 1961. Who is eligible? As I told you, Indian citizens who writes in any of the official languages in India is eligible for the honor. Okay, so this is about Gyanpith Award. I hope you got this. Now moving ahead, next update we have is about the United Nations Award for Preventing, Controlling Non-Communicable Diseases. Okay, this is award of United Nations for preventing and control of the non-communicable diseases. The award is given to Kerala. Okay, this you need to remember, the award is given to Kerala, the state Kerala. This award recognizes achievement during 2019 on multi-sectoral action in the prevention, control of non-communicable diseases, mental health and wider sustainable development goals related to it. So this is the first time Kerala has been recognized for this annual award. And when we talk about Kerala, it has facilities at all the levels to treat lifestyle diseases, starting from the public health centers to the hospital. And the state was also able to control the death rate of COVID-19 as it is focused in the non-communicable diseases. Also, when we talk about past, in June this year, United Nations honored Kerala Health Minister K.K. Shelja ji for her efforts to tackle the pandemic. Okay, so this is about United Nations Award for Preventing, Controlling Non-Communicable Diseases, and it is given to Kerala. Now moving ahead, next update we have is about the RISE Summit. So Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology along with Niti Aayog, both Ministry of IT and Niti Aayog, they will organize a mega virtual summit on artificial intelligence, on AI. and which is named as RISE, which is Responsible AI for Social Empowerment 2020. And this will be organized from 5th October till 9th October this year. It is going to be a global meeting of minds, and these minds are going to exchange the ideas and chart a course of using artificial intelligence for social transformation. This is basically using artificial information in order to transform socially and inclusion and empowerment in the areas like healthcare, agriculture, education, smart mobility, and the other services. RISE 2020, it is going to be organized by the center in the partnership with the industries and the academias. So it is going to begin with the startup challenge, and this challenge is called the Pitch Fest. Remember this name, this can come in your examination. And after this startup challenge, there will be 2-day summit. Okay, so this is about RAISE Summit. Now the next update we have is about the Center for Disability Sports. So this Center for Disability Sports, it has been set up. The foundation stone for Center for Disability Sports has been laid down at Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, you need to remember the place where it has been inaugurated, where it has been established, where it is going to be established. Okay, so the function was organized by Department of PWD, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So at present, no training facilities are available in the country for the sports person with disability, and this is the first one where the sport person with disability will be providing the training facilities for the sports. So the center is going to provide facilities of international standards to sports persons with who has the disabilities, and to compete at the international level and bring laurels for the country. So setting up of the Center for Disability Sport, it was already approved in the year 2019 already by the Cabinet Ministry, and the center is going to be registered under Societies Act 1860. Okay, you need to remember where it has been inaugurated. So it has been inaugurated, it has been, the foundation stone has been laid down in MP Gwalior. Okay, now moving ahead, next update we have is about the faceless appeal, which is recently launched by CBDT. CBDT stands for Central Board of Direct Taxes. So CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, it has launched the faceless income tax appeals. We'll understand what it is. So under this faceless appeals, all the income tax appeals will be finalized in a faceless manner under the faceless ecosystem. So, but exception is given to the appeals relating to the serious frauds, major tax evasion, sensitive and search matters, and international tax and black money act. For these, exception is given for these. This faceless appeal will not be working, but for every other appeals, faceless tax will be working. So under this, there will be no physical interference between the taxpayers and their counsels and the income tax department. Okay, there will be no physical interference, there will be physical interface. This is going to be faceless. So it is said that this appeal, faceless appeals, they will not only provide greater convenience to the taxpayers, but also it will ensure that it will ensure just a fair appeal orders and minimize any further litigations. So this is the faceless appeals. Now I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India as per 25th September 2020. So the total cases have reached to 58,18,570. Out of them, 81.7% are recovered, which the count is as 47,56,164. Out of them, 16.7% are active, which is 9,70,116. The death cases have reached to 92,290. Now in this chart, you can see the states with 1,50,000 plus cases, plus confirmed cases as per 25th September 2020. So these states are Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, West Bengal, Odisha, Telangana, Bihar, Assam, Kerala. These are the states. Now it is time to revise the entire session. Try to answer these questions. So the first question is, which state has won the United Nations Award for preventing controlling non-communicable diseases? Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So the correct answer is, it is Kerala. Next question is, RISE 2020 will be organized by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of MSME. So it is going to be organized by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Next question is, Faceless Appeals is launched by A. Ministry of Law, B. Central Board of Direct Taxes, C. Both, and D. None of the above. So the correct answer for this will be, it is organized by CBDT. The Faceless Tax Appeals, it is launched by Central Board of Direct Taxes. Okay. Now, it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. So the question for you is, what is the role of the Parliamentary Committee? What is the role of Parliamentary Committee? We have seen the role of Parliamentary Committee in the recent news, and they are in news recently. So try to answer this in the comment section and we will discuss complete detailed answer in the next session. Till then, stay motivated, stay happy, work hard. Jai Hind.